Not gonna lie, Black Clover is kind of garbage. Nah, I'm just kidding, I fucking love Black Clover. Okay, so let's talk about Black Clover. So Black Clover is an anime I see talked about a lot in the anime and manga community, but usually when I see it being talked about, it's in a negative light. Well, at least on Twitter. Like, what the fuck is wrong with those Twitter people? A new series comes out, and everybody starts hating on it for no reason, and that applies to Black Clover as well. They're hard to understand. People see a new chapter come out or any news comes out about it and they immediately start hating on it for no reason, and I just don't get that. Black Clover is one of my favorite series that has come out in the past few years, and I don't think it's the best series there is, obviously, but I really enjoyed it and it reminds me of the original big three, Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. It reminds me of those back then, and I don't know if it's just me, but it's just an enjoyable watch. It's just really fun to watch, and I don't understand why people don't like that. I get that some people don't like it and that it's not for everyone, but there's no reason to hate on it. The series literally did nothing to you. I don't think it's justified to hate on it. So if you don't know, Black Clover is an anime. Obviously, what the fuck am I talking about? So Black Clover is about a boy named Asta. And this boy, he was born without magic, and in the world that he lives in, magic is basically everything. So without magic, he is pretty much the most useless person ever, and instead of being upset about it, he trains his body so that he can have another way of fighting people. But later on, throughout the story, when everyone is getting their grimoires, which is basically how they use most of their magic, everybody gets one except him. But after his best friend and rival Yuno gets captured by... I forgot his name. He was completely useless and disappeared. Well, he didn't disappear. He came back a couple of episodes later, but he's like irrelevant. Well, he captured Yuno for his rare grimoire, and Asta tried to fight him, but muscles alone couldn't beat him, and he's about to lose. But right before he's defeated, a grimoire appears out of nowhere, and it's a 5-leaf clover grimoire. I forgot to mention that the grimoires have clovers. But this grimoire is special because it contains the power of a devil, and with it, he is able to use a sword that can cancel out magic, so he is able to defeat the guy easily and free Yuno. And from there on, the story just takes off, so I don't want to get into spoilers. The story may be cliche at times, and it may start off extremely cliche, as in Asta wants to be the Wizard King, which is very similar to someone like Naruto and other shonen anime. Most of the main cast starts off cliche like Yuno being an edgy rival, which he isn't since he actually cares about his family and friends. Most of the characters do start off one-dimensional, but as the story goes on, they begin to develop their own goals and their own personalities. They also improve because Asta motivates them. As for the main character, Asta starts off as a kid who is loud, obnoxious, and annoying, and everybody knows that, especially if you watch the anime. If you watched the anime and found Asta's voice annoying, that's understandable. Not a justified reason for hating on it, but it's understandable that you're against the screaming. But Asta, unlike other people who want to be the number one or who want to be the strongest, he has a genuine reason for wanting to be the Wizard King, and I find that reason very noble. He wants to be the Wizard King because he and Yuno and the rest of the family he grew up with are poor. They live in a remote village where it's really poor and the main source of income is farming potatoes. He's an orphan and so is Yuno. They were both dropped off at an orphanage where they live with other kids and they grew up there and formed a family. So it's really noble that he wants to change the life of his family and those who are poor. He wants to give everybody an equal chance where it doesn't matter if you're rich or have powerful magic. A world where everyone can be equal and be treated right, and I find that very noble. Constantly you hear people say, especially royals tell Asta, "You don't have no magic, why should I care what you do? You want to become the Wizard King? You're not gonna make it with no magic," and it's something that carries on throughout the whole story. But time and time and time again, Asta proves them wrong, and he shows them that he can do things that they can't. And I really like the line from the Witch Queen where she is talking about Asta's anti-magic. "You aren't special, not in the slightest, but that's exactly what makes you special." And I really like that line because if you think about it, it makes sense. The only reason he can use the anti-magic sword is because he has no magic, which is what makes him special. Now, if you don't like the anime because of the animation, that's understandable. The animation in the anime obviously the manga has no animation. The art in the manga is actually pretty good. Anyway, I do agree the animation can be bad, but I don't think it's justified to hate the anime for it. The animation can be bad, especially during this one fight. I don't want to get into spoilers, but there's this one fight where the animation, it just gets so experimental. Like, you see colors, shapes, triangles flying. Like, they're supposed to be characters fighting in the air, but it just turns into random shapes. I get what they were trying to do, but I think it was a little too much. Now, something I think everyone agrees on is that the openings are some of the best openings ever. You can dislike the anime all you want, but I don't know a single person who dislikes the openings. Also, opening 3 and 10 are overrated. I know I didn't talk about the side characters that much, but there are a bunch of amazing characters like Yami, Julius, Noelle, Marileona, and many more. Also, Yami might be the most powerful captain, but I don't want to power skill that because I suck at that, and I'm not into that. Also, someone else can do that for me. Hey, what's up? This video was kinda longer than I thought it'd be, so if you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate that. Black Clover is a series that I really enjoy, so it sucks seeing it be so underappreciated. I'm also trying to understand all the hate it gets, because I know a ton of people enjoy the series, including me. So, yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video, that's it. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and if you disliked the video, give me a thumbs down, and comment down below what I can improve on. My name is Zekrom, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.